Welcome back to the channel for week 3. Kicking off this week with a training day for everybody to get ready for what's ahead. The weather's definitely getting colder and I'll be back on the tools myself. So let's get into it, it's going to be a good one. Good morning. Monday, week 3, and we're not on the yard, so something a bit different today. We've got all the boys here and we're having a training day. So we've rented a training room at a local builders merchants. And we've got the whole day here together to get through some training. So I'm sure we'll get plenty of photos and videos today and show you what goes on.
Absolutely. If you're on a job together and you think, oh, you know, Jamie's not got his harness on, or you know, we're on a roof, we're not using ladders, that sort of thing, then you know, be aware of it. Say, you can't do that, mate, you need to do this properly. Let's spend another 15 minutes getting ready for this job, because it's better to be 15 minutes late than not have a job at all.
Exactly.
Or something.
Yeah, and if stuff's happening and you need us to change stuff to make sure we can comply with these things, then just tell us, you know, send us a message, record it, tell us, and we'll all work together on it. So we've bought with us today all new PPE for you. The only thing I haven't got is masks, because I wanted to see which ones you like, because I noticed Jack's wearing one and I see one in your van, so we'll see which ones you like and we'll buy them. But you know, basically we'll provide all the stuff with you. We're going to change our uniform policy, so we'll get you all trousers and boots now as well, so that we're all looking the same, we're all looking presentable, and everybody knows, you know, if KA's been to the job, that's what KA staff look like, that's what their vans look like, this is the equipment they use.
A huge focus on safety in the workplace, as we've just talked about, safety equipment that you use and your awareness around it. And then there's going to be the ongoing checking and utilisation of the health and safety software that you have working for you at the moment.
So you've probably seen some clips of us working through. I think the boys are taking it all in. It's probably a bit daunting for them at this stage, but yeah, once we get into this and they start working more professionally and stuff, it'll just become the norm, and then they'll probably be thinking, why weren't we working like this the whole time? And also when they get used to it, and you know, they're doing it every day, I think they'll look at other companies and think, wow, you know, they just look so messy and unorganised compared to us, and that's what we're hoping for anyway. So they've all gone for a little break now, and we'll carry on. Well, that's been a really good day with the boys. We've got lots of stuff done. We've spoken about all sorts, the future of the company, our movement towards better HR and health and safety. We've spoken about the future and how that involves the staff and our plans to involve them more and create more opportunities. So I'm hoping that it's energised the team. They all seemed really on board with all our plans. And now the fun part starts. We get to implement everything. Make some big changes and yeah, start running along really. So back to normal tomorrow. We'll be on the yard in the morning, and I'm out on the road for the day, so I'll get you with someone and you can see what we're up to. Good morning, Tuesday, back to normal today, back to work. The boys have been and gone. We had a bit of an issue today where Big Jack's van broke down yesterday, and yeah, he's not in today, so I've got to rearrange a little bit for some jobs to get done that we promised would be done. So Connor was at a job because he went straight there. Now he's coming back to pick up some materials to go to another job. So yeah, a little bit of faffing about, but we've sorted that. I'm off to a job this morning. It's a Huawei job, so I should be able to film a little bit there now. We'll see. The customers Have been a little bit annoyed at the speed we've reacted, but it's a warranty job and we can only do what Huawei tell us to do at the end of the day. So yeah, I'm going there, I'm having a look at the job, speak to Huawei, see what they want to do about it. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab a coffee now and get on the road.
No lessons learned. Of course you're gonna leave as soon as you came across who I am not. This party sucks, I'm out of luck, and no one seems to get me here. They talk about some other stuff that I don't even wanna hear. They're crazy, but
I'm at a bit of a loss with this one. I've tried to reset it. There's a reset procedure for the inverter and one for the dongle. I've tried both. And then it gives you so long to reset the password, but neither of them are working. I'm going through the full reset and then trying to reset the passwords, and it doesn't work. So I've spoken to Huawei. They're not much more help. They're going to look into it and send me some stuff. So I can't do anything till I get all the information from them about what we can do. So I'm going to have to go to the next job and then come back here again, which the customers aren't going to be happy about. But also, yeah, there's not a lot we can do. So yep, on to the next. It is cold. Had the snow and Jack had the rain, so the only one that's working outside, and he gets rain, not snow. So yeah, it's looking good. Got this beast of an inverter on the wall, and then we've got the DCs coming down the tray. Nice tray work there. So Jack's just been hiding in this alleyway. He's here today and tomorrow, and we've got to get the meter cabinets on the wall ready for the mains, because currently this property is single phase and it comes in to the front door, and it's having a new 3-phase supply, so they're going to come in under the ground to a new box here. So we're just here now. I'm going to measure the mains cable because we're going to refeed the original mains position from here, so get that measured up ready, because the 2nd of December I believe they're coming to do this. But yeah, looking good. Looks nice.
Trying my best.
It is cold, and had a delivery while we're away of some solar panels, so I'm going to go and move them now, get the forklift started and bring them up to the yard. Well, I've lost most of my day to driving, and I've got about half an hour now to get some bits done before I go out to see another job. I've got another job to see, and yeah, I think that's it. Then I can finally get back to the office, because I have so much to do. We lost yesterday because we were training, of course, but that now means I've lost today as well driving around. So yeah, a bit of catching up to do. Luckily tomorrow I think I have a haircut, but other than that I think it's mostly just in the office, so I can catch up. Thursday I've got loads of jobs to see. So yeah, on the road again. I do really need to get the roof racks on my Fiat van as well, because Jack's van is being picked up tomorrow and being repaired, so we need to empty that either today, tonight or tomorrow morning, so that we can get that van on the road. But that means he really could do with a roof rack, because he's going to need it. Just calling in with Connor now before I go over and see a job. He's busy putting some extra sockets in. I mean, if you didn't know what they were going to use this room for, you'd be amazed at how many sockets are going in. So we've got 17 sockets all the way around the outside of this room. But it's a furniture centre, and this was their pine room, as you can see, all this pine furniture, and they're turning this into the what are they, chairs, are they? Yeah, so they're chairs, you know, the automated ones which you sit on and they'll pull you up electronically and recline and all that. So they need the sockets to plug them all in and display them. So yeah, Connor's here today, he's back tomorrow. We'll have this wrapped up then. I think it would be pretty close tomorrow. I think you'll be on it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then yeah, we'll show you it when it's finished. Once he gets the chairs in here, we'll revisit and show you what it all looks like. He's got to decorate now and Got new windows and doors going in to keep it nice and warm. What are we today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday morning on the yard. And it's frozen. Not frozen hard, but we are frozen this morning, so everything's running to defrost. Sorry, Greta. And we're going to move everything over from Jack's van. So that's been picked up this morning, and they're going to get it repaired hopefully. I don't know what the turnaround's going to be, but hopefully within a week. But it's because of this massive dent. So I don't know if you can see the depth of that dent, but yeah, we were parked in Cardigan. Well, Jack was parked in Cardigan on the loading bay. If you know the area, you'll know which one. Going to get Greg's. And a lorry pulled in behind him, and then he must have rolled back on accident, and he just rolled into the van. So Jack was just sat. I don't know. He just got back to the van. He was sat in there, and all of a sudden he just got nudged forward. So yeah, looking at it, I think it's just the door. So they're going to have to change the door, spray it, I'd imagine, and then we'll have to take it over to have the sign writing redone. So it'll need sign writing over the whole back so that they match. But not only that, we've got this little bit of damage here. Yeah, Jack found a post that was hiding. So yeah, they're going to do that at the same time. So when it comes back, the van will be like new. I've got sign writing to go on the back and the side again. So while that's being repaired, he's going to use the new Fiat. Of course, I haven't got the roof rack on it yet, which is annoying. So we might bung that on one evening now. See how he gets on the job he's on. If he finishes, we've got time today, we might pop it on. But yeah, just defrosting that as well. But that's all nice and clean, ready for him. Yeah, so he'll be happy with that.
The more content they get, the more
Have I got mine, bro?
Oh yeah. That's the van changed over anyway. It's amazing that all of this fitted in the other van, because it doesn't all fit in there nice and tidy, not without the racking anyway. So yeah, that'll keep Jack on his toes for a few weeks. Hopefully it won't be a few weeks, hopefully it'll only be a week.
I am now going to head over to Sinclair's to get back to the chorus, where we've got some more little bits to do. So yesterday I managed to get all the DCs down our metal tray. I also managed to get an AC supply, ran over, got that all along the tray as well. I've mounted the meter cabinet, the board is ready to go into it. All we need to do now is actually second fix the DCs and put them in some flexible conduit, which I brought with me. I can see some black clouds in the distance, and I'll be honest with you, I do not like the look. They are very imposing and very, very dark, so that's a bit scary.
Heading down to Newcastle Emlyn. Luke's there this morning and he's carrying on with Emlyn Kitchens. Their fitters have been and put all the carcasses in, so now we've got to make sure we've got all the supplies in for the appliances and the under cupboard lights and the internal lighting. While I'm in town, I need to see a job. I think it's just a little property with a few small bits that the lady would like doing, and I'm also going to grab a haircut. And then I've got to go back to the office. I've got more jobs to see this afternoon. Or actually no, I've got a meeting at home and then one job to see. And then hopefully I can get an afternoon in the office and catch up, because that's really needed. And then I know I'm on the road all day tomorrow. Here, there and everywhere, looking at jobs, which, you know, is equally as important, but it does take a lot of time up. And then Friday, we may or may not have a day off yet. There is something I'd like to go and do, but I'll just see how I get on with work. So I just popped in to see Luke now. It's all looking really good here. So he's just doing all the fiddles. We've got, you know, the appliances to get in, so we can mount them all in the cupboards so they're accessible, because stuff like this, the integrated fridges, once they're in, you need to be able to get to the plug to turn it on and off. You don't want to have to be pulling this out to get to it behind it. So I think it's going pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all good. All local means of isolation. We're all getting there.
Yeah, so it's just mainly the lights and stuff now. We've got to get all that figured out, what's going where, because there's going to be all sorts of lights underneath the units, lights inside units, yeah, we need to decide with Ian, really, don't we?
Yeah, we'll have a chat with Ian, see what he says, what he wants.
Because he's got an abundance of lights here that have arrived, so we'll plug them all in so you can see the different colour grading and stuff, and have a look at that. We'll do a recap on this place in a week or so, and you'll see how different it'll be, because it is crazy at the moment. I've left Luke to it now. He's going to crack on there. I'm going to grab myself a haircut and then back to the office. So, had some lunch, done some work, did an interview. Yep, still looking for more people for other roles as well. So, just keep an eye out on our socials for jobs. I'm heading over to Llandyssil now. Hopefully the snow's cleared. They had quite the downfall this morning. I mean, I left here and there was nothing. I went to Newcastle Emlyn and my barber's car was white, absolutely covered, and he'd come from the Llandyssil area, and yeah, it was so much snow. So I think it's pretty much cleared now. I'm heading over there to see a job. I believe it's a few new builds that want wiring and possibly solar, so that's cool. So I'm going to go see that, get them a price over, and head back to the office.
Right, good afternoon guys, Luke here. I have been pulled off Emlyn Kitchens this afternoon to go give Connor a quick hand on a job. He's hoping to get it finished tonight for a customer. It's a showroom for furniture, so needing conduit work, I'm guessing, new board change, full new install there. So I've been pulled off to go give him a hand, so got to see what he needs doing. Where's he gone then? File.
Thank you.
Well, I lied about going to the office. I sat down for about half an hour and then I thought I'll go check on the boys because they're literally within walking distance. Yeah, I still came in the van because it's cold.
Heated seat on and all.
No heated seats in that.
No?
No, that thing doesn't have any of those amenities. And the heating is boiling or freezing. It doesn't do in between. Wow. Oh.
Yep.
Cool. So we've got some extra lights fitted. One here, one at the end. And Connor's got all the sockets on, and Luke came to. Oh. Okay then.
Why is that one not the movement sensor? Which one? That one's not the movement sensor.
I saw two of them didn't go off, but was it just the light? So.
No, so there's a movement sensor for them.
Yeah.
Which is that. That one did go off, and then the new ones did go off because I've come off that one.
Oh, there's a wrong joint in that one, maybe.
No, so I've just come straight off those lights.
If you've just come off that light, then it should be working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see now. We'll stand still.
Stand still.
But if it's infrared, it'll see us moving.
See me breathing.
We'll see now. Good morning. Welcome to Thursday. Boys are here.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, good. You got out then?
Yeah.
It was a bit frozen.
Yeah, very frozen.
Cool. Should we load up the trailer first thing now?
Yeah.
Check the scaffold on. I swapped it round so you go to Alma at like midday so that it'll be sunny. Well, the sun will come out and it'll thaw off a little bit. Thought sending you there this morning with the frost on a roof is a bit irresponsible. So yeah, we'll load up the trailer now.
Yep.
I'll try to drag it out and then we can load up the stuff. It's cold, it's slow to turn. Jack's got a bit of time this morning because the customer he's going to didn't want him there before 9. Hannah scheduled it in for 8:30, so we'd have time to put the scaffolding on this morning and he could go up. And the customer said, that's too early, can he come after 9? So we're going to make use of this time and get the roof rack on. So I've got the roof rack here now. Jack's just pulled it out of the boxes. We're going to get that stuck on the van. Boys can't say I sit in the office all day, see? I'm out here in the cold, on the tools. You didn't see James Dyson doing this, would you? If you're enjoying the videos, please like and subscribe. Don't forget, we're starting this and we need to get a lot of subscribers to keep this going. So yeah, I noticed on the first two videos, we had some good watches considering it's a brand new channel, but I think 85 or 90% of people aren't subscribed. So content's only going to get better as we all get used to being on the camera and we show more and more. So yeah, hit subscribe and hit the bell icon.
I've done bloody well at the wrong thing.
He did a good job, but now he's got to do it again because these are all different heights and he's put the small one at the back. So when we put the pipe tube on, the roof rack's doing this. So he's got to swap them around now.
So round of applause for Jack, everybody.
Just like to thank Vanguard for their sponsorship of this lovely roof rack and pipe tube. Of course, I paid for it all, but one day they're gonna kit out our next van. You watch this space. So just been to see a job. Customer wants a car charger, so I think they are moving towards the Volt Share system. I think it's easier because they run a holiday let, and the way Volt Share works is people can charge and then they just take a cut at source, so there's no upfront fees or anything. I've got the boss with me today, Sadie. Got Sadie with me today. So I've got to keep the heaters on, keep her warm. She's coming round for a spin. She's been in the house for a few days because me and Hannah have been really busy in and out and in the office. And yeah, although she sat in the house in the warm in front of the fire, I thought I'd get her out. We can take her for a coffee today and go for some lunch. Yeah, take her for some lunch, take her for a wander, and get her out and about. So I'm going to see a job now. I think I've got Cardigan, Haverfordwest, and then Pendine, and then back to the office. Hannah's in the office today and the boys have set off, so hopefully they stay away from the ice.
Right, so that's the first job of the day done. We went to diagnose tripping lights. So the family's been without lights in the house for about a day now. So they've called us in, we've gone over, taken a look, gave us a rundown, and me and Connor, you know, as we were listening, we both decided it might be a loose connection either in the board or on one of the feeds in the light switch. So we got the testers in and we got our tool bags, opened up the board, and we found the board was soaking wet. So what we did was, after he's told me, I popped up into the loft, moved bits about, climbed into the corner where we found all the cables and found a leak in the felt. Now that leak had stopped, which is why the lights were back on when we tried it, because the roof had actually frozen. So the leak had then stopped leaking. So we've told the customers, we've let them know about the leak. For the time being, we've helped them put a little box underneath the leak to try and stop it from dripping on the cables while they look for a roofer. But until then, it's sadly it's a problem we can't fix.
Did you do a bit to a camera about that job? Awesome, cool. Lovely.
I just did it as I was driving.
Yeah, cool.
And they killed your dog.
He's so helpful, yeah. He's ran along with
There we go.
We did one the other day.
Where did we both start singing the same thing?
I got you.
Well, I did it this morning.
Was it this morning?
Yeah.
What were you singing?
I don't know.
We were loading up the trailer, weren't we?
Yeah.
I love you. See you in a bit, okay?
I'm not sure what the song was, but we sung the same song.
I'm waiting for Backstreet Boys personally.
Oh.
It's like the Star album.
Cheers.
We're here at our next job down Llanelli Way. So we got a faulty PV array and we believe it is a faulty optimizer, so we're gonna have to get up on the roof, pull the panel up and replace it with a brand new optimizer, and then look on the app to see if the fault's cleared. What do you think, Jack?
I think that's a bloody good idea. So we've just had a look inside to have a peek at the website and the app. We've found out exactly which panel's faulty, so we're going to get up there. We've already built our scaffolding and it's ready to go. Get up there, take off the panel, disconnect the old optimizer, fit it our new one, and we'll be good to go. So we've got the new optimizer just here. So just clips on, bolt down, those little loops. And we've got the plugs that it all connects into. So
Tell them which ones they connect into.
here's the old one. So I've undone the bolts already. I'll have to undo the connections. You can tell it's old, it's all crumbling away. I'll undo the connections, install our new one, and we'll be good to go. We can check it, get Solar Edge to re-scan the serial numbers so it registers the new optimizer so you can still monitor, and we'll be good to go.
We've got our apprentice here today, the Robin. Come to check us on our work, or checking that we've been good this year, so we get our Christmas presents. What do you think, Jack?
I hope I've been good. I don't want to sack a coal. This man.
So uncomfortable. There you go, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Packet of MC forms.
Ideal. Yeah. You can have your back. It's not that I don't love you.
So, check the screws you're doing then, Jack.
Oh, we're re-terminating them, Connor.
So, what are you going to put on that one? A positive connection?
Yes, it shall be a positive connection, Connor.
So, for apprentices and newbies out there, what connection do you need for the positive? Is it the smaller one or the larger one?
So for the positive you need the smaller one with the male adapter.
So, for me, the way I remember it is plus as a negative. So plus is for the bigger silver insert bit. That's how I remember them. Don't know if that's how you remember them, Jack?
I remember it as big goes to little and then little goes to big. So big connector, little connector. Big connector, and then in the bag you have the little connector. See the difference? That's how I remember it.
But I think we both have our own ways, I guess. But plus to positive, plus. That's how I remember it.
Everyone will find a way that works for them as they play around with it all.
But we're open to new ideas, ain't we, Jackie boy?
No, I won't say no.
Jack's taught me things I never knew I knew. And I've taught Jack things he doesn't know.
I didn't know you should boil the kettle before putting the tea bag in. I get so much hate for that.
So basically, Jack Doesn't boil the water before putting a tea bag in.
No, I just put the tea bag in the kettle.
And I was stashing old MC4s in my foot. So, what are you doing now with the negative connection, John?
Yes, I am.
Nice.
While we're here, we might as well redo the connections, as these ones are about 12 years old, if we're going off the edge of the old installation. So, it can't hurt to have a little bit more security with a fresh connection. Let us know that that's not something that's going to go wrong in the near future.
It's just a peace of mind as well for the homeowners that the connections are as good as possible. So Jack's just connect them into the optimizer now. One way to know that the connections are tight is if you can listen for that click. I'm not sure if you did.
We'll give you an example now. So, 2 connections go together, male, female. Push them in, and there you go. Satisfying click to let you know it's all worked.
2 bolts.
Thank you.
And DeWalt rubbish. Kieran likes them, but I don't like DeWalt.
He tells you he doesn't like them, he uses them anyway.
Yeah. Trying to convince him to come over to the Team Red. If this ain't red, leave it in the shed, I think what the saying is. So,
something along those lines.
Just peace of mind, Kieran.
Right, that's today's job done. We've talked to Solar Edge. They've changed across the optimizer, so that's now reading properly on our app. The panels have been fitted. We've put all our scaffolding away, and now we're ready to leave the property. Just have to let the customer know that we're all done. How do you feel about today, Connor?
Yeah, a nice day today. A few call outs every today, so yeah, it's nice to leave these call outs where we've helped the customers. So yeah.
They've just taken the van, so that's gone, and they've left us a car, so yeah, handy. Went from 2 weeks of battling to get a courtesy van to having a van and a car now. So he said, just do what you want with it, we'll come and drop the van off in a week and take the car back. So yeah, that's great. I can't fault the company from Aberystwyth that are doing the van. So far they've been fantastic. Guy called Evan, really good communication, and yeah, he's been so helpful. You know, he can only do what the insurance companies tell him to do, and yeah, really helpful. So I'm going to get in the office now, move this car out of the way, and crack on for the afternoon. Heading out tonight. I was staying at my mum's looking after their dog, Lucy, so now I've had to jump back to the yard, grab Jack's van. I was going to grab mine, but my little van only has my hand tools in. I don't really carry anything with me because I don't need a full van of tools every day. So I was thinking, do I chuck a tester in there and some ladders, but I thought Jack's van's on the yard, so it's perfect really. I've jumped in this, I'm going to head over there now and see what I can do. It is a previous customer of ours, but I have run through it with him on the phone, you know, turn the fuses off, turn the RCD off, try them one by one, and unfortunately that hasn't solved it. So from what I can see, he just has rewirable fuses. He has tried pulling them out and trying the RCD, but he's had no luck. So I was hoping we might be able to get something on and turn the circuit off till the morning, but he hasn't managed to, so I'm going to go over there now. Luke did volunteer. I put on the group chat that I needed someone. He did volunteer, but he's an hour away. I didn't want to drag him an hour to then have to fault find there. There's no phone signal, so you know, if he had any issues or anything, it'd just be a pain. So I thought, I'll go down there. I've been there before. It shouldn't take me too long to find the fault, and then I can get him back on. So I'll see if I can film there and show you what's going on. got the power back on here, and I believe we've isolated it to this. As you can see, it's pretty crusty. I separated the ring, tested everything, measured it all, kept getting dead shorts until I pulled this off. I could see it straight away because you can see how the screw is all rusty, and as soon as you twiddled that, it went. So I'm pretty sure we've got the power back on, we're plugging everything back in, and that should be problem solved for now. We've still got a low reading, we've still got 20 meg ohms on this circuit, which of course is low, but across the board it's not much higher. Without this in, we've got about 45 meg ohms, so we've still got lots of low readings. But as you can see, we've got old cable, there is some PIR upstairs as well, so yeah, and we've got the old Wilex here. So you can see the age of this installation, it must be 35 years. 35 years, do you reckon, Steve?
Easily.
Yeah, this must be 35 years, so yeah, we've got some degradation anyway, which is expected. But with it being a stone cottage, we've got a lot of moisture behind the back boxes, so finding that, hopefully that's the problem solved for now. Well, I've just got back to the house. It's 9:15 now, so not too late. It's not often I get on the tools really, but that was good. I'm glad I took Jack's van. If I'd just taken mine with my hand tools and maybe one tester, yeah, that would have been a nightmare, but glad I had Jack's van with everything I needed. Well, nearly everything. He's missing a few bits, but that's because he's in this van, of course, without his racking or anything. So if it trips overnight now, I'll be going back in the morning. I'll take the earth leakage tester with me, and then that'll, you know, help me find stuff. But I think every back box is going to be the same as what I found. It's going to be rusted out, and the socket's going to be have moisture in it. So we'll leave it there for now. Customers were happy. They gave me some bottles of wine, so that's nice, sweetening the deal, I guess. But no, they were really grateful. They were really, really nice. They let me film. You know, I explained what I was doing. Yeah, they were lovely. I couldn't have asked for better customers. So yeah, well, that's that. The end of Thursday, Friday tomorrow, hopefully a smoother day. It would be nice not to have to go back there, and hopefully I've found the problem, but you just never know with nuisance tripping. So yeah, anyway, see you in the morning. Welcome to Friday, end of the week. See Jack's van behind us. He's working for one of the neighbours. I'm knackered because I was up late last night doing that job, but I'm in the office today. I've got 2 meetings. As I said, was going to have the day off, but we just can't, too busy. So I've got 2 meetings today, one this morning with Che, one this afternoon with Gary from Edmondson's. So we're having a meeting with Gary just to discuss, you know, the account, what we're buying, that sort of stuff, because, you know, we buy a lot from them. And around that, I'm just going to hit the office. So yeah, boring day. But Jack's over there. He's going back to Julian's today. The solar ground mount job. I don't know if you've seen that. I think that was before we were filming. Connor is back with the customer that he did the board change for. He's just finishing off a couple of the tests, and there's a couple of sockets to change and her outside light to do. And then this afternoon he's got an EICR to do as well. Luke's off, of course, he's got college. So yeah, pretty slow day to finish the week.
I've finished work up in Bringwyn. Did a fuse box change up there and stuff. So now I'm headed over to Llangiller to do an EICR this afternoon to wrap up my day. So I'll take you along for that and show you how to do an EICR, hopefully. See you in a bit.
It's been a busy day so far. I've been through my meetings. We had a good meeting with Che. I've just spoke to, just had lunch with the Edmondson's rep. So yeah, thank you Gary and Dave. We spoke through some things, which was good. And I got back to the office. I started finishing off some quotes, but then Connor needed a hand. He had a couple of questions, and he's just down the road doing an EICR. He said the house is full of issues, loads of coding, so I thought I'll go over there, we can run through a bit of it together and just work out what's what. I think that's the easiest approach, I think. So I'm going to call in there now, go through it all. Just come to see Connor, and he's testing this house. It's interesting. Old property, very old wiring. So far we found RCD is defective. The RCD fuse spur for the heating is defective. Test buttons don't work on each. Ramp test doesn't work on the main one. But it is TNS here, and the supply is what?
34.6 coming in.
So it should be under 0.8, and it's 34.6. So basically, we think the supply's earth is defective, so we'll have to let them know. But it comes across, it's overhead down to the building, but it wraps around the building, goes to a connector, then goes underground across the road onto the pole, and I think that looks really old. So obviously they've got issues with the earthing. So we'll let them sort that out. I think that's probably why our RCD is defective, but we'll do some more tests now. Connor started on the rings, and I think there's issues. Is there straight away?
Well, the rings are okay, continuities, but I think they've mislabeled what they've got.
Okay.
Some are saying rings, tested them, I haven't got a ring, so I think it is 2 radials into the same MCB.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll show you a few of the things Connor's shown me. So we've got this room, which I think was like a workshop. So obviously we've got plastic accessories that are broken. That's hanging off. We've got bare cables just slung across the ceiling, not supported. It's, you know, twin and earth as well. So that's not great. I mean, this room's not so bad, but if we go upstairs, we've got this room with a light that just doesn't quite work. It tries to flicker. The fan, we believe, is a timer, but it's only on a few spurs, so we don't know how they're isolating the switch wire. Maybe that needs looking at. The shower in there is connected, but we can't seem to see if it's got power, so we need to look into that. We do have earth on the lights. We haven't tested them, but there is earth cables. So we don't need to worry too much about metal fittings as long as we get a good earth reading. But we've got stuff like this socket, which is hanging, single insulation there. We've got a little junction box here with single insulation showing. So yeah, not great. And then we've got this room, which, yeah, self-explanatory. This lovely jungle here. Yep. So plenty of observations, plenty of photos to take. Connor's getting some readings now, but with a property like this, we can pretty much write up that it needs this, it needs this, it needs this, and we'll do some further investigation while we're here. We don't have the main earth, so without that, it's really difficult to do ZEs and ZSs, really. It's pretty pointless, but we can do R1, R2s, check there is actually earths from the consumer unit to the circuits. So we've done some base IR tests, but I don't know if they were good or bad.
Some circuits were good, clear basically, and then some other ones were coming up with 100 megohms, and then some were even less.
Yeah, okay.
So
it's not terrible, but,
no.
Which is expected. We'll expect low readings for a property of this age. At least we've got no shorts, anything under 1, under 5. So yeah, we'll keep doing some tests, but there's no point doing a whole test here because there's so much work that needs to be done. We'll just do the report and say, well, here are the tests we've done. This is what we can do. You know, we're only paid to be here for so long anyway. And this is what we've seen, and this is what we'll highlight. So maybe we'll pop that down, just stick our heads up the attic.
Because it does say there's a water heater somewhere.
Okay.
Which I have not found yet. So
yeah, and it wasn't in the cupboards.
It could be in the attic maybe.
There we are. We'll jump up there and have a look. Yeah. Of course, smoke alarms are mains, but there's, well, yeah, there's no battery in them. I don't know if is that mains? Yeah, it looks like
I think it is.
We'll check, but there's
battery backup maybe.
Yeah, no CO in the main living room, no heat in the kitchen.
There is something there, but I'm not sure if it is. It could be CO2 maybe.
Yeah, so we're just going to go around now, do some tests, have a look. I'll pull a few things apart. I'll take some notes for Connor, and then we'll leave it there. There's oh wow, more wiring.
Yeah.
Water heater?
No water heater.
Wonder where that is then. Maybe it was an old one. It's not in any. It's not in the cupboard in the bedroom, is it? There's not too much point spending loads of time testing, is there?
That's, well, once I got the high reading coming in, I was like,
Yeah.
is there a point? So I just got everything else, really.
Because we're going to have to test again if they want
Yeah.
to, when that's sorted. Yeah.
Some dodgy wiring in there as well. There's a, see that windmill?
Yeah.
Just been used as a
Oh,
neutral
yeah.
on earth.
Oh, that's where that
Like,
goes then. Yeah.
Comes
okay.
out, goes somewhere.
Yeah, nice.
But I think my batteries, I need new batteries in my tester, because when I'm doing the IR testing, it's
Yeah.
bouncing a bit.
Okay.
But
Cool. Yeah. Well, I think we'll just write up the report then. We've got some good photos.
yeah.
Send me all the photos you've got. I'll grab some more. Like, you can see where all the pipes have gone under the floor. Is that what that is? Yeah, it is. Oh no, it can't be because they come down the wall. I wonder what all that was then. Could be a lovely house.
Yeah. Need
Big.
some money.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, I'll take some photos.
Yeah. This light switch is absolutely atrocious. I can't even say that word. It's bad. So basically I reckon it's just single core cable coming through from behind here, from the switch fuse spur, well, unswitched fuse spur, and it's exposed live parts there as well. So anybody can come and put their finger in and have a shock from it. So yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Look at this.
That was a problem.
No, it's a safe look. Look at this.
Better good for fish and chips.
Look at all this. They've been busy on it. Well, that's it for another week. We're at the end of Friday. It's been another busy week with the camera. We've all tried to pick it up a bit more, so I hope this week is going to be more interesting for you and it'll have a lot more content. Just give us some feedback. Let us know what you've enjoyed, what you'd like to see more of, what we're doing good, what we could improve on, because then we can make this channel better and improve week on week. So I hope you've all had a great week also. Of course, this goes up on a Sunday, so I hope next week's going to be good for you. I hope you're all resting. So just keep it positive. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe, put the bell on, and give us plenty of likes. We can keep growing and bringing the content. Thank you. Bye.